Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies. Chapter 1, Introduction to Advanced Applications, page 16. Let's try something different. When I said a complex property can't be appraised the same way most properties are appraised, I didn't mean that you will have to use some valuation method other than the sales comparison, cost, and income approaches. There are no other valuation methods available to you, so you are stuck with one or more of those three. What it means is that while you will go through the same motions you normally would as you apply one or more of those valuation approaches to the complex property, advanced appraisal methods will come into play. We will learn in this course how to use the same tools, the three approaches to value, but we will apply them to the problem in some different and inventive ways. Complex properties require creative appraisal methods. We will consider how we can creatively apply the appraisal process to the difficult, complex appraisal problem so as to arrive at credible opinions and conclusions. When we talk about creativity in this course, we are talking about thinking. That's highlighted. Creatively, in order to find a satisfactory but not immediately obvious solution to a complex problem. When facing the appraisal of a complex property, your challenge is to get out of your appraisal rut and forge a new path. Doing so will require creative thinking. You must be a glass half full appraiser when dealing with complex properties. When faced with an appraisal of a complex property, you must avoid the trap of concentrating on what you can not, that's highlighted, do. The data you do not, that's highlighted, have. And the perfect comparable sales that do not exist. Rather, you have to think in terms of what you can, that's highlighted, do, and the data you do have. And you know what? If there really aren't any suitable comparable sales, you still have the cost and income approaches to value available, don't you? So all is not lost. By the way, oftentimes when you think there just aren't any comparable sales, there really are. It's just that you have to get out of your appraisal rut in order to spot them. End of page. Page 17, traditional theory. Before moving on to the next topic, it would be useful to review traditional appraisal theory in the area of selection of comparable sales. Then, with this as a foundation, We will explore other non-traditional techniques later in this course that can be used in appraising complex properties. The following is a summary of general guidelines published by several lenders. These are based on the underwriting guidelines established by the secondary market, most notably Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The quality of appraisal reports is analyzed by lenders based on these criteria. Lenders are looking for the following characteristics in each residential report: at least one comparable, proximate, or in the same neighborhood as the subject. At least one comparable with similar likeness, meaning type and quality of construction as well as design and appeal. At least one comparable of similar actual and effective age, meaning within approximately 20%. At least one comparable with similar external influence, meaning unique views and/or locations. Examples include mountains, lakes, railroad tracks, highways, airports, etc. Appropriate and consistent adjustments made to the comparables. Fannie and Freddie guidelines: observe 25% gross adjustment guideline. Observe 15% net adjustment guideline. All comparables should be within 1 mile of the subject. All comparable sales should have closed within the previous 6 months. All exemptions to these guidelines must be fully explained. No significant, unexplained, across-the-board adjustments. Since 2014, Fannie Mae no longer requires that net and gross adjustments meet specific guidelines. However, many lenders still look to the percentages of net and gross adjustments as a key factor when reviewing appraisals. Additionally, the appraiser should attempt to bracket the subject with comparables having different characteristics. At least one should be superior to the subject and one inferior in terms of quality, condition, appeal, or other physical attributes. Using these criteria will give the intended users greater confidence that the report is credible and the opinion of value is reasonable. The number of comparables used will depend on the complexity of the property being appraised. Failing to follow these criteria and/or provide an explanation will often result in the report will often result in the report being field reviewed or underwriters requesting the appraiser to provide additional comparable sales or explanatory comments. End of page.